Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. Well, today we're going to create a card. We're breaking out the Glimmer Hot Foil system. We have the Glimmer Kit of the month for June 2021 that we're going to play with today and create a birthday card. Now, this kit comes with a beautiful Glimmer plate set. It's a monthly Glimmer Kit subscription if you guys are new. And this is all about birthdays. It's called Sweet and Snarky Birthday Wishes. So you have some sweet and snarky, but not too snarky, which is really good, happy birthday sentiments that are secondary. There are dies that will cut out the strips of the secondary sentiments and also the happy birthday. So this is the Glimmer Hot Foil system. It's been heating up. We're going to add our plate, and then we're going to bring in our quick trimmer and trim down some foils. Now this month's foil was Aura, and I absolutely love Aura, but it's more of a softer color, and I wanted to make a bright, bold birthday card, so I brought in some more foils from my stash. This is Magenta. It's a beautiful fuchsia color. I'm trimming this down so it'll fit the happy birthday, so we'll have a pink happy birthday, and then after we have this trimmed down, I'm going to bring in some teal cardstock. The teal that we're going to be using, we'll use on black cardstock for our secondary sentiment. Now I chose a pretty soft, snarky sentiment for this one. And the card that I'm making is great because it's great for anyone, because we're going to be using a rainbow of colors. The secondary sentiment for my card today is going to say, "I'm so glad you were born." And we're going to do a little redo with our foils here. Place it over the top. Now when you foil, you want your glimmer plates face up, foil face down, and then you add your cardstock. Now, depending on what machine you use or how often you use it, I'm pretty sure, is you'll want to build up some shims to make that perfect connection between the foil and the cardstock. But I push my timer. When the timer stops flashing, we can run it through the die cutting machine. Now for my background, I'm bringing in the beautiful mini rainbow foil. Now Spellbinders has two rainbow foils. The regular rainbow foil has wider color strips, and then the mini has basically two sets of thinner color strips. So I thought we'd use that for our background. This says, "I'm so glad you were born." And again, we foiled that on black cardstock for a bold look. And then here's the fun happy birthday. I love the scripty font. It's not really scripty, but it's swirly block font for this one. We're going to remove our glimmer plates and glimmer our background. The glimmer plate that I'm going to be using, I've used before and I love it. It's called Woven. And I like that you can use this as a strip, or you can double it up to create a background for your card. Now if you create a background for an A2 size portrait style card, you'll want to turn your foil the opposite way because you want the length of the glimmer plate. But I'm going to be trimming down my panel, so I'm going to go ahead and trim down the foil this way. We're going to cut two strips here because we're going to foil this twice to create a full background. We'll put our foil right over our glimmer plate, and then we'll add some cardstock. We're going to make sure your glimmer plate's off to the left of your machine or the right, so your cardstock will fit on the base plate of your glimmer machine. This way you can flip-flop it. While that's heating up, we're going to set our quick trimmer aside. I'm going to bring down my sentiments, and since these have coordinating dies, we'll go ahead and line these up and die cut these so that these are ready to go. So far we have a pink happy birthday and then a black cardstock with the teal secondary sentiment. We'll just line these up and tape them down, and by this time I think my machine should be ready to run through my Platinum 6. We're going to go ahead and die cut those out and then run this through, and you can see how pretty the rainbow foil goes with the woven. I think this would look great with Yana's polka dots too for a birthday card. So there is one side of my big glimmer plate. I'm going to add another foil and flip around my cardstock. And if you want to avoid excess foiling, because they do line up beautifully, you could do the tape down method on your craft desk and then put it on your platform. But since we're going to be covering up the joining line, I'm not too concerned about it overlapping. So we ran this through, and so we have a full background. And again, if you wanted it top to bottom, 5.5 in length, just trim your foil lengthwise instead of doing it widthwise like I did with my quick trimmer. Okay, we're going to remove our glimmer plate, and that's all the glimmering we're going to do. So we're going to set our machine aside. We're going to pop out our happy birthday, and I love that it goes around each of those letters, and then we'll pop out our secondary sentiment too. I'm going to take my background and trim it down so it's about 1/2 inch smaller than my card base. We're going to make a portrait, or I'm sorry, landscape style card today, and I thought we would mat this on some black cardstock. So I'm trimming down a piece of black cardstock that's just slightly larger than my foiled panel here. It's kind of hard to see that black on my craft desk, so I'm going to bring in some white cardstock so I can actually get this centered. We'll add adhesive and then place this right in the center. Let's grab that cardstock. Sometimes it's easier with the black to adhere it. It's probably easier for you guys to see too. Okay, we are going to go ahead and grab our card base, which is a standard A2 size card base, and we're going to make again a side folding card. So we'll adhere this to the front of our card, and then we're going to pop up the happy birthday, place that over our seam line, and it'll fit the width, so you won't be able to see that seam line whatsoever. And then once our panel is adhered and our happy birthday is adhered, we'll add our secondary sentiment right down the middle of the happy and the birthday. And I did add foam adhesive behind that as well. Now I wanted to embellish it, but I wanted it, my embellishment to stand out, and since we have a pretty colorful and bold background, I thought we'd bring in some of my essential circle dies. I'm going to take the dotted piece and put it on the inside and die cut out. It's about a 2-inch circle, a little over, well, maybe a 2-inch circle. I'm going to mat it on a black circle behind it so you can see black polka dots around the edge. And then we'll add some adhesive behind it and tuck it behind the Y on the happy and also the Y on the day. This way, I wanted to add a paper clip, and this way you can actually see the paper clip behind that busy foiling. We'll just carefully lift it up, and we'll tuck this underneath this top corner, and I think that's the perfect place to put our little paper clip. Now I'm using these paper clips from Fun Stamper's Journey. I actually got these on sale. They're called Fun Day Elements, and there's flowers and hearts, and I chose the star. I think it's perfect for birthdays. We're going to tie a black bow with black licorice twine around it, and then kind of add the paper clip on that happy birthday, so the star is in the circle. Just love the way this looks. Pretty simple, and you can see it's pretty much great for everybody. To give it a little more extra sparkle, it doesn't need much, but I am going to bring in my color Essential Gems. Love these. I chose the color of the Crystal Mix. The Crystal Mix has like an iridescent hue to it. Kind of goes with the foil. But that's my project today, guys. If you're interested in the Glimmer Hot Foil Kit of the Month, it's listed below. And if you want to see still shots, head on over to my blog. I'll list that below too. Have a great day. Thanks so much for joining me. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.